Welcome to the User Interface Technologies course. In this first presentation, I will introduce you the topics we will discuss in the classes and the technologies we will experiment through the lab lessons. So first of all, let me introduce myself. I'm Davide Spano, an associate professor here at the Mathematics and Computer Science Department of the University of Cagliari. My email address is davide.spano@unica.it. Please put UIT in square brackets in the mail object for helping me in organizing the replies. You can visit me in my office every Friday from 11 to 1 p.m. or we can set an appointment on other days according to my scheduling. My office is on the ground floor, next to the stairs that take to Lab T. I also have a website you can visit. In particular, I keep a page for each course I teach, and for UIT, I keep a register of the best projects developed for passing the exam. You can take inspiration from your colleagues reading what they have done. The course has a set of objectives, which are the takeaways you will get attending the course. We will increase your knowledge on the existing technologies for developing user interfaces, considering not only the graphical modalities, but also other ones, such as gestures or voice. We will discuss some design guidelines, but we will put a strong emphasis on the definition of software architectures for their implementation. I will assess your knowledge through a theoretical test. We will also work on the application of the acquired knowledge for the creation and the engineering of advanced user interfaces. You will face typical problems in such a task, that is, the integration of technologies developed for supporting part of the interaction you have in mind. And, of course, you are going also to develop interfaces that are compliant with the state-of-the-art guidelines and to check that you are doing it right. I will assess the skills through the final project assignment. During the development of the project assignment, you will face the problem of selecting the right technology for the UI or the library you are going to implement. Since the task is not trivial at all, you will have to balance some trade-offs in the technology selection. Finally, I will ask you to write a paper on your final project. This will sharpen your communication skills in explaining the design and implementation choices behind your project. The course has two types of lessons, lectures and hands-on lab. The lectures are a set of seminars in different advanced topics in human-computer interaction, with a particular focus on software architectures for user interfaces and the challenges in developing them. Besides, we will discuss different types of advanced user interfaces. The lab lessons will introduce the basic concepts behind different modern technologies for developing user interfaces. We will use JavaScript as the main programming language, and I will make a recap of its main characteristics in the first lab lesson. The course website is on the e-learning platform, and you will require a password for enrolling the course, which is Arnold Lane. I'm currently updating the course material, so please be patient since it's really likely that resources will be published just in time. The course syllabus consists of 7 chapters. The first is the very short introduction to the course you are listening now. The second contains the foundation of the entire course, where we will discuss the common traits in user interface architectures, discussing the tree view, the observer pattern, the strategies for managing the input and the output, and so on. In the third chapter, we will discuss more in detail the user interface toolkit. why there are so many available, and how to evaluate their effectiveness. We will discuss also the currently widespread architecture of modern web applications based on single pages, which represent the view as a pure function of the application state. Then we will continue with the information visualization chapter, where we'll discuss how to translate the attribute of a dataset into visual marks and channels. We will investigate the effectiveness of different types of representation and the interaction and interference among the available visual channels. In the fifth chapter, we will discuss the opportunities and challenges provided by gestural interaction. We will focus in particular on how to create software architecture for providing guidance and for discovering the available gestures and how to perform them correctly. In the sixth chapter, we will introduce the techniques for building interfaces exploiting 3D environments. And after discussing the common traits, we will focus in particular on immersive virtual reality and on mixed reality. In the last chapter, we will explore the new frontiers in ACI research, providing an overview of the opportunities that the new artificial intelligence techniques provide for developing user interfaces and how to apply computational modeling in the interaction field. The exam consists of two main parts, the theoretical test and the project assignment. In the previous years, I used to have a written test for the theoretical part. From now on, I would like to foster the discussion among students as a way for assessing the understanding. I will provide you with 3 readings during the course. There will be research papers having some relation with the concept introduced during the classes. For each paper, you will write individually a short review focusing on the aspect I will ask you to discuss. After that, the reviews will be available for all to read, and you will have to discuss the different points using a forum on the e-learning platform. I will assess you according to the review and your comments. The goal is not pulling down each other's review, but to agree on the common points and to discuss those where you disagree. The theoretical test gives you the 20% of the final grade. The second part is the project assignment. I would prefer you to create small groups of 2 or 3 persons. Individual projects are possible too, but I strongly discourage them. The topic of the project may be a small toolkit addressing a specific development problem or an application applying one of the advanced UI techniques we will discuss in this course. You are free to propose and discuss with me your ideas. I will also provide you some suggestions on a dedicated web page. On this project, you are going to write a small paper in English describing the problem, the solution, and the similar work in the literature. Also, you will discuss the project with me through a presentation and some question answering. In total, the project counts for 80% of the final grade. It's clear then that I push a lot on your ability to apply the concepts rather than memorizing them. In the past editions, we submitted papers on different projects to many conferences. The best papers have been selected for presentation. I would expect that this will happen this year too. Okay, that's all for the introduction. Good luck to you all.